boxers, and that will do it. It is all over. Roy Jones and Park Si-hun will be back with the decision in a
Well, if
moment.
he doesn't win the goal off this, then I think there's something rotten in Korea, because that is absolutely one of the most dominant things I've
The
seen.
winner is on point 3-2 in the blue corner.
Well, there it is. Park Si-hun has stolen the bout.
The moment the bout ended, was there any doubt in your mind that you had won the fight?
No, there was no doubt at all. I knew I had won the fight. I won all 3 rounds clearly, but
Now, what about when you heard that the decision was 3-2?
what could I do?
I mean, did that worry you right away before they announced who the winner was?
When I saw all the Koreans jumping up and down, I knew what they had did.
I was a fan back when you got fucked over in the Olympics, man. God damn, did they ruin that? That was terrible. That was one of the worst Olympic decisions I've ever seen in my life. Maybe the worst. It was so bad, but it was in Korea, right?
Yep, it was in Seoul, South Korea.
And the Korean fighter,
Si-hun.
yeah. But God damn, that was ridiculous. It was one of those fights where you're like, well, he got the gold medal, clear. And then you see the decision, your jaw drops. You're like, what is this?
It hurt the sport of boxing, especially amateur boxing. It hurt it because when you can take a kid, 19 years old, he defeats his rival clearly, and you rob him, it really eliminates the integrity of that sport.
Yeah.
And you still don't go back and fix it. Nobody to this day has come back and tried to fix it. They gave me Olympic orders. They gave me the Val Barker Cup, which is for the best boxer at the Olympics. Well, that's
How crazy is
contradiction.
that?
That's
How crazy is
contradiction.
that?
How is the best boxer here not wearing a gold medal?
Yeah, it was bad, but it also was, in one way, it made people really root for you.
It was a blessing in disguise. And I understood that the second day, I think I might have cried the whole first day. But the second day, well, I didn't cry till after I went to the back and asked the interpreter to ask him if he really thought he beat me. Because if he said yes, then he didn't know it, but he was going to get another one. But he said, no, I know I didn't win, but it wasn't my fault. It was the judges. I shook his hand, and I left. And I never had a bad feeling towards him because
for you.
he didn't do it. You feel me?
You're right, for
you
sure.
have to understand what is coming. But
Right.
then I also realized that not only were the judges not necessarily, they are to be blamed, but what God was take their negative and turn it into a positive for me. And look where I'm at now.
It was a big talk. Like, I remember when you began your career, there was a big talk of your career, how you got fucked over in the Olympics. It wasn't a question.
Not at all.
There was no debate. I
Not
never
at all.
saw a single person that made an argument that he won.
Nope.
It was all you. And so that when you began your career, you had a lot of people rooting for you.
Yes, and that was a beautiful thing. That's the blessing above all for me, because to me, it was God's way of making me not put my life on idle, but turn me up on high.
Yeah.
I had no clue what he was doing, but that's why you just trust in God. Look where you
It's
at.
high time to take a look back at Olympic history. In 1988 Seoul, boxer Park Si-hun won gold but could not hold his head up high. Han Sung-woo brings us his story.
South Korea's last Olympic boxing champion still sighs in pain when his gold medal is brought up. It wasn't joy, but shame on Park Si-hun's face at the end of the Seoul Olympics men's light middleweight boxing final against America's Roy Jones Jr.
The very moment my hand was raised, I knew something wasn't right. Intuition. Afterwards, the press started attacking me when I had absolutely nothing to do with the result. All I did was fight my heart out in the ring like an Olympic boxer would.
Spectators booed as 3 out of 5 judges awarded Park the victory, despite Jones landing close to 3 times as many punches.
Roy was just 19 when we fought. I underestimated him. His technical prowess was beyond anything I expected. Speed, power, ring sense. Roy had everything, and I admit he was the better fighter.
The International Olympic Committee investigated the fight's decision amid allegations of corruption, but concluded in 1997 that it had found no evidence to support any of the claims. Jones requested a rematch after the Olympics, but a nagging hand injury sustained 2 weeks before the Games would force Park to retire following their gold medal bout. Jones would go on to become one of the sport's all-time greats, while Park fell into depression. Park's son is working to reunite his father with Jones for a sparring session between the two Olympians' pupils. A reunion that Park has been waiting for since 1988.